Take a look at their schedule for the next 4 games for Dallas. Sunday, they will be in Atlanta on Fox. Then they have 3 straight home games against the Redskins, Saints, and Eagles. Right now, Dallas is 4-5, tied with the Eagles, 2 games behind Washington. So, Greg, who is your pick to win the NFC East?
Yeah,
you know, when I first got posed this question, I'm like, I like where Washington is. 6-3. Then I started looking at the schedule, and I started changing my mind a little bit, Shannon.
It happens.
I'm like, ugh. I actually like the Cowboys.
Yeah, there we go. We got some wisdom.
I actually like the Cowboys. When you look at their schedule with Atlanta, the 3 home games, they have New Orleans at home. You got the Eagles who have to go to New Orleans next week.
Ooh.
The Eagles' schedule does not look good for them. I don't know if they have the Rams and the New Orleans Saints on the road. Those, in my opinion, and I don't like to give losses to teams, but with the way the Philadelphia Eagles have been playing, those are 2 losses right there, and that they can't afford. When I look at the Washington Redskins, I don't care for their schedule as well. You don't know what you're going to get out of Jacksonville. Tennessee, you got in Tennessee. They've played well. Houston, coming off 6-game winning streak that people say is fluky, but again, they have a really good defense. So for me, it comes down to what team is trending in the right direction. Watching Washington this past Sunday, I didn't like their performance. They gave up over 500 yards of offense to their defense or to Tampa Bay. Like, you can't do that going into this late in the season. When I look at the Dallas Cowboys, you add Amari Cooper. Your defense is playing lights out. Their question mark, whether you like it or not, is the quarterback, Dak Prescott. But he's not playing bad enough to lose them football games.
Yep.
And then when you look at
Tennessee?
I did.
Okay, what about Washington?
I did. But their defense can overcome his play. When I look at the Philadelphia Eagles, I just think that their schedule doesn't promote them the success that they would like to see. And the injuries have riddled them from the onset of the season. They walked into this season crippled, on crutches, and I think they walk out on crutches.
That's what Shannon always says. Walk in on crutches, walk out. Right?
I say limp in.
Oh, limp in.
Limp into the season, limp out. Hold on, wait a minute. You say the Cowboys are trending up. So after 1 game, you knew they lost the previous 2.
I'm not even talking about as far as winning. I'm talking about adding Amari Cooper, and what I've seen out of Amari Cooper, what I've seen him, the separation that I see him creating for Dak Prescott, I like where the Cowboys are headed. Ezekiel Elliott is definitely their workhorse.
Yep, here they come, Shannon.
I know it hurt me to say it too.
Yep.
See, I'm not as bullish because I think over the next 4 games at Atlanta, Washington, New Orleans, Philly, all at home, I think they go 1-3 in that 4-game span.
You better hope so.
Why would I hope? I don't wish ill.
You don't hope. You just know.
You. I'm not like you. Wish ill. I just think that if Philly is, and you're right. The injuries are starting to take toll. They lose Ronald Darby, who's their best corner.
Yes.
Jay Ajayi, who's their best running back, ended up getting hurt. Wentz coming to the season nicked up. 5 games. What did Alshon miss? 5-6 games of the season. He was nicked up. New Orleans is playing unbelievable. But let's just say I can see that one, which I don't really like to because I think Walker Tour might go head-to-head with Drew Brees.
You like that?
Might come out head-to-head.
Do I hear do on that one?
We got due on November 25th and on December 3rd, New York and Washington. We got due on those.
We do not.
Oh, you want some due? We definitely got due on this night. I think the key for them is to somehow, over the next 4 weeks, they need to be 3-1 and have Dallas be 1-3.
Well, you better hope so, because you bet on it.
Yeah, I did.
You took it.
Yeah. No, I bet that the Cowboys at the beginning of the season would not make the playoffs. I also bet you and I just bet at the beginning of the show that the Cowboys would not win the NFC East. You bet me the Eagles wouldn't. So if Washington wins, we push, but I don't see that happening.
Skip,
actually, no, wait a second. If Washington wins, I lose 3. I took that bet before the year started.
Yeah.
I said Cowboys will either make or not make for 3.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, you're not making the playoffs.
So you realize if you win this division, you do by hook or crook, you get in the playoffs, right?
But you're not winning the division.
Okay, even if you win it at 8-8 or 9-7.
You can win at 7-9.
Okay.
You're not winning. You're not going to the playoffs.
So, Mr. Jennings, I appreciate the wisdom you brought to this table
Oh, now
today.
you bring your wisdom.
You really know football because you made Aaron Rodgers in that one Super Bowl.
You see what you're trying to do?
Am I right about that?
No.
Did you not catch the game-breaking pass from Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, man, that was a fun Super Bowl right
Wasn't
there.
that a day? That was a long time ago. That was like 10 years ago, but whatever.
You see what you're
So-
trying to do?
Brings that up a lot, too.
Yeah. So the point is that I told him to start this show. I do not love my Dallas Cowboys. I do not completely trust my Dallas Cowboys. But I really don't trust the Eagles, and I barely trust Washington. And these schedules are so much harder than the Dallas schedule that by default, I'm still clinging to my Cowboys. And I'm just clinging, just barely hanging on to them. If you want to say they're going to back into the division championship, you can call me backing in, whatever you want to say, however you want to say, they're just going to win it by default because this schedule, especially for Philadelphia, this is the toughest closing schedule in football. And Greg detailed it, and I don't need to, but they're going to finish 8-8. And Washington is going to slowly come apart because they've had so many injuries in their offensive line, and I still don't know how they won the game at Tampa, giving up 500 yards, and Tampa they didn't punt one time, but they turned it over 4 times and missed a chip shot field goal, and you survived 16-3. So now you're going home to play the Texans. And in my prediction, this game against the Texans for Washington is the swing game of my whole, I got due on this game because this is going to tell the tale. I got the Texans winning at Washington. They're a 3-point favorite. They've won 6 straight games, and they need to take care of the Redskins at Washington, where the Redskins they've been kind of up and down. I know they won 3 in a row, but they lost to Andrew Luck to start the season 21-9, and then their fans got down on them.
And this is what's going to trip you up. Because, Greg, you know this. It's a lot of time when you look at, oh, man, this is going to be a tough game here. Oh, we're going to beat this team. It's the team you think you should beat. Or that doesn't look like, oh, man, what do they have to play for? Those are the ones that get you at the end.
Okay.
Now, you watch those last 3 games. Now, you talking about Indy and...
I got 3 aces in the hole because I believe my team can go to Indy and win, and they've won 3 in a row. Not against high-quality competition, but Andrew Luck looks like the comeback player of the year. But can my team go up there on December 16th and win a game at Indy? I think so. And then can my team come home and beat Tampa Bay, what's left of the Bucs? Yeah, I think so.
They tend to shoot themselves in the foot. They don't know how to win.
And then can my team close the year by going up to New York and beating the Giants and what's left of Eli? And if Odell, has he quit on the team yet?
He ain't quit. You watched him last night.
Yeah, he ain't quit.
You see him last night.
I saw him drop some balls last night.
You saw him make some heck of a catches, too.
Okay, he did. But I don't know. But I just think my team can beat them at full strength. And so those are 3 winnable games. And if you need to win them to close the deal, I like my chances a lot better than I like your chances because this is just too hard.
Well, this is what we know. The Eagles have the best quarterback in the division. Your quarterback has not played particularly well.
He has not
And-
in stretches, and in stretches he's played high level.
Greg, you
football.
know the Cowboys hadn't scored 20 points in back-to-back games all year?
Yeah, I've noticed that.
How many
I don't
games?
think the Eagles have been much better on offense.
They've been better. They average more points scoring than you guys.
Do you
So
realize
that's-
we should put 40 on Jacksonville?
Everybody put 40 on
No,
Jacksonville.
they have not.
Yeah. When last time Jacksonville won a game?
Well, it's been a long time ago.
Exactly.
But it's hard to put 40 on their defense.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Andrew Luck about to have 40 till the guy dropped the pass and he got picked off. Andrew Luck.
So, what I saw on Sunday night at Philadelphia, I saw flashes in all areas of the game of football in which my team can be the best team in this division. I saw my head coach go for it on 4th and 2 from the 31 with a fake punt. That was big time. That was a game turner for Jason Garrett. I'm down on him. I'd like to see him go. But my coordinator, Scott Linehan, called a clever, inspired game the other night for the first time in ages, and I wanted him gone. And all of a sudden, my offensive line clarified because the rookie Connor Williams, I'm knocking on wood, I don't wish injury upon anybody, but he got hurt.
You're not disappointed?
Well, I'm not. In the offensive line, it came together. It actually opened not just holes, but 6-lane freeways for Ezekiel Elliott. All of a sudden, he was just free to run.
If you don't mind me asking, Greg, you and Skip, what happens when Zeke doesn't run for 120 to 120 to 150 yards per game.
Then it's all on Dak.
And what have we seen?
We've seen.
And what does he have
We've
now?
not seen him be able to handle that.
He has a bona fide Greg Jennings at wideout. Bona fide.
And that's-
this guy can separate. And all of a sudden, what did you start seeing the other night? He's going to attract more attention than anybody has attracted all year. And all of a sudden, Cole Beasley's running free. And Alan Hearns is running free.
That number 19,
Yep.
Amari Cooper,
Yep.
may have been the missing piece. And I questioned it going in because I wanted to see if Amari would return back to his Pro Bowl form his first 2 years. When